So I make these videos because basically the government has hired people to hang out with me, and that other than that, I don't really have people to call and chat with. Not that, I've been reading that idle chatter is not good, so I try to put substance to what I'm saying in these videos. And so I was reading about Togal today, somewhere or another, in one of the books that I was reading, and the exchanging self for other. And I used to do this practice, and my guru used to do this practice for me, so that when he died and when he started to fade and he didn't have the energy to do it so much, I started to look around my surroundings and not like them very much. Whereas prior to that, he was able to help me with putting things in perspective a little, maybe even a skewed perspective, because of how difficult things were, that he could see beyond my circumstances in a way that I wasn't capable of doing, but I could benefit from that because he was doing that practice. So I started thinking about, and it was weird, I started thinking about people in Gaza sitting in rubble, and how comfy I was in my bed. I was sitting in a nice cushy bed, just not having to do anything but sit here and read books. And just imagined sending the experience of that to them, just wherever they were sitting, in the worst situations. The thought of my full belly being exchanged for their empty belly. And I didn't start feeling hunger or anything like that. What I felt instead was just kind of a blissful state. And I just thought about it briefly, but I used to do it a lot more. I used to think about women in really bad situations. And then we stopped doing that. But it was really, so there's a lot of different ways you can use this practice. And that it can be used to, I'm not an expert, like I said, and I just started messing around with it consciously. I think I was doing it lots of different ways, automatically, and then stopped doing it gradually. But these kinds of practices are really important and are really helpful. And if they become more automatic, more people, it has the idea. And when I stopped is when I felt that people were trying to do something to some people, cause them to change their minds about things, and this practice causes them to have more resistance to strangers trying to change their behavior. I don't know that this would be able, if people had a right to interfere with somebody's thoughts, a right to interfere with somebody's behavior. I don't think that Togal would work. I think there would be a shield against somebody changing them. So I'm going to keep, whenever I think about it, I'm sitting here, I've got my little bed cushion to give me back support. I've got a reading light. I'm in a comfy place. It doesn't smell bad. Whatever's making a disturbance here, it's nothing big. It's not bombs falling.